Welcome back. You're watching 5 News Tonight. Now, until now, treating heart attacks has involved risky surgery and lifelong reliance on medicines. But British scientists are hailing the results of a trial of a new groundbreaking technique which avoids all that because it involves stem cells. They're considered to be the body's natural repair kit and are found in many tissues. But the cells that are easiest to extract come from the bone marrow. Researchers have been harvesting these cells and then injecting them into a damaged heart. The theory is it will kickstart the weakened muscle into repairing itself. Well, that's precisely what happened to the man next to me. Owen Palmer suffered a heart attack 5 years ago and was left so weak he could barely walk. He was also told that there was no prospect of his condition improving. Alongside Owen is Professor John Martin from University College London, which is helping to lead this trial. Lovely to see you both. And Owen, it wasn't looking good for you, was it?
Yeah, looking very, very dire. As you mentioned, the options of improvement were none. So even though I felt as if I could do something about it, I was told to come to terms with the fact that I won't get better.
We've only just met. You look in good health. So how are you feeling now?
It can't be overstated. Brilliant, to be honest. Absolutely brilliant. Had a nice bit of fencing this morning that kept me brisk. That's
your sport?
That's my sport. I fence at least three times a week. I do a little bit of fencing. So, yeah, thanks to the Heart Source Foundation, I'm just constantly doing something. So before, I'd be sitting in a chair just watching the TV, thinking I wish I could walk, asking for someone to make me a cup of tea or something.
John, it sounds almost miraculous. I mean, looking at how Owen is now, but the procedure seems fairly straightforward, is it?
Well, the procedure is fairly straightforward. We take bone marrow from the patient, extract stem cells and inject them into the heart. What's important to say is Owen has a fantastic story and a wonderful recovery from his heart attack. But as a doctor, I can't go on that. What I've got to do is a trial where I compare a large group of people like Owen with people like Owen who didn't have the treatment. And that's what we've done, funded by the Heart Cells Foundation, so that we can demonstrate scientifically that there's an improvement when you have the treatment.
But the trials need to continue before it can be available to everybody, and you need something like £10 million to do that, don't you? So how soon, if you had the money now, would it be available to other people like Owen?
Well, the important thing is that once we've demonstrated in a relatively small group of people that we have a statistical improvement in them, then we have to go to the European Medicines Agency to say, can we use this in the health service? And that's quite a long and expensive process. If we had the money now, I think 4-5 years from now, to getting it into a treatment in the health service.
I mean, look, the word miracle, miraculous, is bandied around far too much, but stem cells really seem to be that. Is there a way of using them for prevention as well as cure?
Well, yes, well, that's a very intelligent question.
Thank
Quite
you.
Surprised by it. Yes, well, we think the stem cells might work by giving out messengers to tell the heart how to repair itself. The next stage of our fundamental research will be to understand what those messengers are. If we can do that, then perhaps we can use those messengers beforehand to tell the heart not to be damaged.
Owen, I know you probably thought about this a lot, but hearing this again, you must have felt incredibly unlucky or unfortunate when you had the heart attack, but now you must feel like the luckiest man alive.
Well, I am the luckiest man alive. I was part of an early trial, and half the people were on placebos, so there alone I'm luckier than some. But the fact that it's not available to lots of people makes me luckier than these stories I hear about people still suffering even today. So lucky is, again, just not the right word. It's very, very lucky. The other interesting thing I find as well is that whilst the trial that I was on for 2 years, called the 2-year stem cell trial, the stem cells don't seem to know that. I seem to be getting better. They didn't sort of stop working after 2 years. So the long-term benefit I've still got to find out for myself and see how lucky I am.
And just briefly, what about the family? What about your 4 daughters? How have they been about it?
As I say, they're now going about their business with less furrowed brows, so they're not worried as much as as they were initially after the heart attack, fearful that I may have another one, fearful that I can't do things, should they leave me alone, how far away can they travel from me? Issues like that were things that were playing on their minds, but now, as I say, they're living, you know, better lives, more carefree lives than they were before.
Owen, John, thanks both very much indeed.
Thank you.
And if you want to know how to donate to the Heart Cells Foundation, which John mentioned during the chat there, head to our website, channel5.com/news.